Started just out of Kettle Falls. I rode up alongside Lake Roosevelt all the way up to Northport. Went across the river and then down along Lake Roosevelt again, all the way back down to Kettle Falls.
Well, hopefully we don't see too many deer like that. I was kind of struggling to get moving there in the dirt. Worried about cars coming and worried about spinning and whatever. This bike's so tall and I'm so short. So here is Lake Roosevelt. We just left Kettle Falls, turned on highway, I don't remember, 25 I think. We're on our way up to Northport. We will go to Northport, cross the river, and then come down the river on the way back. And I should have done it the opposite way, but probably would have gotten a little bit better view going the opposite direction, but I'm kind of running out of sunlight. You can see where the sun's at. I don't have a ton of sunlight left. It's about 35 miles up this way, and then I think it's about 40 miles back, and then beyond that, then it's another 60 miles, I believe, home, all in the country where there's deer everywhere. So this is just an after work rip. I wanted to come up and get some film of it and see what it was like. I've been up and down this road, I don't know, it's been a long time. I don't know that I've been up and down the other side. I'm not sure if I have or not. I don't remember. But when I was growing up, we used to fish up here a lot and camp up here. There's an island right up here. Well, it's a few more miles up, but there's an island up here that we used to camp on, Marcus Island. Here is the town of and Northport. 27 miles. I think we get away from the lake for just a mile or two here, and then we dip right back down to the lake for quite a ways. So for anybody that isn't actually familiar with Lake Roosevelt, if you're not in a part of the country that knows anything about Lake Roosevelt, it is part of the, or it is the Columbia River, where Cooley Dam, the upriver side of Cooley Dam creates Lake Roosevelt. Great big lake. Keeping my speed kind of down, just because I know this is the time that the deer are starting to move around. It's starting to cool off. It's time for them to start moving. Kind of mad my my chin mount camera is dead. I didn't grab my extra batteries. I was hoping to get more than just a 360 video, but this will have to do. So let's see, at this point in my ownership of this TL, I have just gotten to 1,000 miles that I've put on this bike. It still needs some stuff. The forks need rebuilt. The back suspension, that rotary dampener it's toast. It doesn't seem like it's doing anything. But the bike's rideable the way it is. It's just not, it doesn't handle as nearly as well as it should. I'm trying to figure out, or trying to decide what I'm going to do with the rear dampener, whether I get a R1 shock and set it up with an R1 shock, or if I get one of the other setups. Don't really want to stick a pile of money into this thing. But then again, like, I can kind of already tell that I'll probably, unless I wreck the thing, I'll probably never get rid of it. I'll probably always have it. So at that point, it might be worth it to just stick some good money into a good shock. But I've got some fork seals ordered for it, so I'll do the forks here pretty soon. Probably at that time, I don't know, I probably should decide on what I'm doing with the rear before that. I probably should just grab an R1 shock so I have it and whatever. had a couple of topics I was thinking about talking about while I was riding here, but I think I'm going to kind of leave that alone. I need to get my thoughts a little bit more dialed in, I guess. Otherwise, I kind of ramble on and not a very good talker, I guess. Seems like I got quite a bit more wind, probably because I'm going faster. Yeah, we can see the river now. I got quite a bit more wind noise in my helmet than I remember there being last time I was filming, but maybe it's just because I'm going about 60. And it is kind of windy out here today too. That's probably more of it. Somebody told me we had a storm blowing in. I don't know whether that's true or not. I'm not a weatherman. It smells like rain right now though. Yep, it is raining. Cool. Some light rain coming down. Well, we could see the lake for a little bit there. It's gone again. I do not have rain gear. Not at all. This coat is kind of a mesh coat. It's a good summer coat. I hadn't checked the weather up here, but it wasn't really showing any kind of rain in town. Definitely getting wet. A little bit. Guess that's something to talk about. Talk about the weather. Like an old man. Getting to be about that old, I guess. Yeah, it's raining pretty good now. Biggest thing I don't like about the rain is I wanted to hit some of these twisties. Now we can see the river, the lake pretty good. I think I got out of that pocket of rain a little bit. Maybe not. Yeah, it's still raining. I'll have plenty of miles to dry out on the way home, I guess. As long as it doesn't rain the whole way, that would be cool. I'm like solid 70 miles from home at this point. I had never thought about taking this ride, and I was scrolling through YouTube here the other day, and I found, I don't remember what the guy's name is or what his channel name is, but he lives in Arizona, and he did a big, I think, Arizona to Canada ride, and he went on this, and I thought, oh, that would be a good ride. Actually, I don't remember how good of a ride it would be, because it's been so long since I've been on it, and I was never thinking about riding a motorcycle on it when I was on it. So I'm going to slow down significantly here. I don't think it's even wet, but it doesn't smell wet here. Funny, I'm using my sense of smell to tell whether it's wet or not, but that's the best way I know how when it's fresh rain like this. You can smell it. Like here, I can't smell it, so it hasn't rained here. Yeah, I think this would be more fun, kind of more during the day when you're not worried about deer, and also you kind of, there isn't really enough twisties here. You kind of have to be hauling butt to make them fun. That kind of looked a little funny. Wasn't sure whether it was going to get sketchy or not. It just didn't look right. Well, so far the views of the river right in the very beginning were pretty good, and since then it's not, we're close to it, but the views are just not really that great. Here we go. Here we go, China Bend. are just covering my visor. Put it down, I'm getting them in my mouth. Yeah, I can already tell I should have done this on a weekend day or something that I had more time. Could have cruised along a little slower, and I don't know. I mean, part of the fun is the faster ride, I guess, but having to worry about the deer and all that, and just getting home before too late. I do have to work tomorrow. My hand goes numb so bad. It's the position of it. I don't think it's vibration, I think it's a position of it. So I used to have problems with it going numb, laying in bed, depending on how I was laying. It's like it pinches a nerve in my back or something. Rocks. Yep, there's some rocks. There's the lake again. That's a good view. Yep, I was right. It's Highway 25. I thought it was 25. I don't know. Whatever the highway is, it goes up to Northport from Kettle Falls. There's another road that goes up there that is a little bit more direct way. Cuts out all the twisties. That's not what I was looking for. Wanted the view and whatever twisties were available. I think we are to Northport. I think this is Northport. Now I got to figure out how to get across the river into the other side. Bugs everywhere. It's that time of night. This is kind of what it reminds me of. Or what it reminds me of. I mean, how I remember it. Last time I remember being in Northport, I think I was probably 15 or 16, maybe 14, somewhere in there. I just remember it kind of being this boring town. Look at that, there's a deer right there. Couple of deer. Oh well, this is how you get across the river. I remember this. I remember, yeah. We used to come across over here, and then I think we would go just a little ways north, and there was a spot where we would fish from the banks up. There's a creek, no, it's the Kettle River. It's where the Kettle River dumps in. No, I don't think it's Kettle River. I can't remember. There's a creek or something that dumps in. We used to fish at the mouth of that. I'm gonna have to look at my map and figure out where I'm going from here. Tourist activities next left. I might have to act like I'm a tourist. Sheep Creek Campground. Northport Raceway. I didn't know they got a dirt track out here. Must have a dirt track. Kind of looks like, based on the pictures. Northport, Flat Creek Road. Okay. Let's see how good this one is. Says 46 minutes. It's 7 minutes slower than the other direction that we came in. Hopefully this road isn't this bad the whole way. That's pretty bumpy. We'll see what kind of views we got on this side. Eagle's nest, huh? Looks cool so far. Can kind of see it through the trees here. Be a sweet place to have a house. Hey, look at that. It's for sale. Or something's for sale. Some property here or something. It's a long ways away from everything I need to do. There's a place for sale. Man, it'd be freaking cool to live up here like this, so right out there in the lake, man. If it wasn't so far away from everything that I need to do. Think I need to do whatever need to do to have money in order to afford a place like that. Afford a place, period, I guess. Yeah, this isn't bad over here so far. I know it dips quite a ways away from the lake a few times. This so far is pretty decent. Acts like the map was acting like there was a road down there, but I think from what it looked like it was driveway stuff. For some reason the boot off the back of this one side headlight keeps coming off. I just see that it's off again. I don't know why. It was off a few days ago and I put it back on. Some twisties. This chip seal is kind of uneven. It kind of feels weird. It's not giving me a ton of confidence. Fucking flock of turkeys. Whole bunch of them. Get out of the fucking road, stupids. bumpy. The condition of these shocks doesn't make that real a good feeling. Yeah, I think it's time to do the shocks on this. I think I'll just get myself one of the R1 shocks tomorrow. Start figuring out what I gotta do for that. I know you gotta do some change there. I don't remember. I'll have to look back up the info. It would sure be nice to have it a little bit more. A little bit more positive. It'll feel better. Getting my confidence up a little bit more on riding. I gotta keep myself grounded a little bit. I will get out of hand, then that's gonna hurt. I don't want to do that. I'm not even close to out of hand today, but all it takes is being dumb, and then I'll get out of hand. Nope, I felt a little rain. Here comes the rain again. I can smell the rain. Just about can't see through my damn screen here, whatever you call it, on my helmet. There's so many bugs. Oh, there's a couple deer right there. A couple of deer. Little buck. The one in the back was a little buck. I don't know about the front one, but the back one was a buck. Did I say that the back one was a buck? Yeah, I think maybe I said the back one was a buck. Gotta be coming to, hopefully, coming back to Cattle Guard, huh? Back to where we're down. Down by the river again, I hope. There's another place up for sale. There's a ton of stuff out here for sale. Been trying to decide where I'm gonna land. This is a little far, but I do like it up here. A little far, and I worry about the wildfires. Says 18 miles till I have to turn. Oh, there's a decent buck right there. I didn't get to see him. soon enough, but I'll zoom in on them or do something when I'm editing the video there. It looked like probably I don't know, 3 or 4 point or something. Since a 3 point is a 4 point, or a 4 point's a 3 point. I don't know. There's always a bunch of questions on what you call it. Is it a 3 point or is it a 4 point? Do you count the oh, I can't even think of what they're called. The little, man, I'm too busy riding and I can't think. That's probably good, thinking about riding instead of I can't remember what they're called, the little tines that just stick up. Is that a point or not? I was raised it's not, but most people say it is. The ear guards or eye guards, or I can't remember what they're called. I'm dumb. Somebody comment, tell me what the heck they're called. I'll probably Google it by then, but no, I won't. I'll forget. I'll forget till I'm editing the video. So go ahead and comment and tell me I'm dumb. Tell me what they are. I'm not super fond of deer, personally. I've shot plenty of them. I don't even like to eat them. I make sausage out of them. I don't care for venison. What the fuck are you doing, dude? Flashing your lights and turning your wheels while I'm fucking coming up. Make me pretty nervous. This isn't a bad road to ride, honestly. Like it's got kind of enough stuff going on. Like if it wasn't raining. Oh, here we go. Here's the lake again. I knew we came back down to it at some point. Yeah. Look at this. I'm just gonna... It's wet. Pavement's wet down here. I'm gonna kind of go slow. Get a better view. Oh yeah. That looks awesome. Actively raining, it's not just wet. Yeah, that looks good. We'll see what the rain does on that camera. I know they're waterproof, I'm not worried about that. I'm just how the film will turn out with the rain on it. I kind of wonder how much it'll hold the rain. Being the shape that it is and right out in the wind, it might kind of keep the rain off. I don't know. We'll see. See when I edit, see if I got garbage footage or not. Already, wouldn't mind coming back up here for maybe a group ride or something. Group ride would probably be okay. Be a long ride with a group. It's a decently long ride without a group, but group is always going to make it longer. Yeah, here it is again. And some 25-mile-an-hour twisties. that it'd be a lot more funner if it was dry. Maybe I need to just learn to ride in the rain, I don't know. I got no idea how much grip these things still have in the rain. I don't really want to find out. Tell you what, I get back to Colville, I think I'm gonna, if they're still open at least, I'm gonna stop at Zips and get something to eat. Stop somewhere. I'm hungry. Got some cheese in my backpack. Next time I stop, I ought to pull that out and eat it. That would help. Hungry, I need to stretch my legs. I don't know what time it is. I think it's 7:40. So I've been on the bike since 4:30. Other than stopping for gas twice. Probably didn't need to twice, I just precautionary the second time. The first time I needed it because it was pretty much out. I stopped in Kettle Falls and filled it up before going on the loop, just kind of as a precaution. I like to make sure I have plenty of fuel. That sucks when you're riding and you're starting to question whether you're gonna run out of fuel or not. Oh, there's a couple deer right there. Those were a couple does. There's some more turkeys. Turk, turk, turk. Yeah, it is really wet right here. It must have really rained. I'm glad it did it before I came through. There's some more lake view. Yeah, my hands are kind of starting to hurt too. It'd help if I didn't work all day and then do this after work, but you gotta do what you gotta do when you got the time. One of these days I'll quit my job and just do this all the time. That would be nice. Some great views. Kind of thinking maybe I should have extended that stick out on the camera a little farther, get it up a little higher. Probably would have been a better view. It bounces around back there so much. I don't like to have it out that far. I need a break. Looks like I got about 8 miles, and then I think that's basically to Kettle Falls, the outside of Kettle Falls. Kettle Falls is about, I don't know, 10 miles or something from, 5 miles maybe from Colville. It's 8, so I might be able to get there by 8:30. If they close at 9, that'd be okay. I don't know what time they open or close or whatever. I'm just hungry and could use a break before I drive the 60 more miles back home. Oh, cool. There's a camp. What is the name of that? Something Cove. Campground. I'm gonna turn around and look at that. Oh, it's Snag Cove. I've been here before. On the thing there. Kind of a cool little campground right on the lake. I'm guessing you gotta reserve this stuff online. Kinda cool. Probably should turn that camera to a whatever the low light setting is on it, which I don't know what that even is, but we got kind of some low light now. It would be a good time to test that out. That guy had himself a houseboat. It looked like a camper sitting on top of a boat. this pavement, it's got some weird things going on that just make it feel weird. Right back there, I don't know if there was like a crack or something. I didn't see anything, but it felt like I was running in a crack. I know what crack feels like. Now, being inside crack, how about that? Let's be specific about what kind of crack I'm talking about. Actually, that's not the lake. I'm not sure what that is. That's a swampland, something. Yeah, I guess it does connect out there. Okay, well, yep, here is 395. This is just down the hill from where we went, where we started. It's raining and raining and raining. It was not raining at all up down here when I was down here. It is definitely raining now, and it has rained considerably because there's puddling on the road, in the roadway. I can't talk. Oh. Like somebody was, or smells like somebody was doing a burnout. Actually, yeah, that's not 395 that I was thinking. I mean, this goes right to where we're going. For some reason, I was thinking we were right on the other side of the bridge, but we're not to the bridge yet. The bridge is out over there. When it said 395, it made me think that it came out over there on the other side of the river, but I knew we weren't on the other side of the rivers. I don't know, I was confused. That's okay. I know exactly where we're at now. Let's see, where is it at? So that train bridge back there, yep, the train tracks right there. I've pulled a train up those tracks before, a few times. I worked up here for the railroad back in the 90s, I guess. I was an engineer for a few years, and I worked up in Kettle for a few different times for a few weeks at a time, and yeah, so I got to do that stuff, and it was fun. It was fun. The schedule absolutely sucked, which is why I quit.